We got a lot to talk about. What's up YouTube, Dreamkiller coming at you in another video. We are going to be talking about the most anticipated Marvel movie to date. The most be-all end-all Marvel movie, the end of an era Marvel movie. We're going to be talking about Avengers Endgame. I literally just got done seeing it. I'm literally a few minutes after seeing it. I have so much going through my head. So let's just get started. So before we begin this video, it's gonna be the same thing I've always done. First half is going to be spoiler free. I'm just gonna get out the synopsis of what's going on with the movie, whether you should check it out or not, and then we are going to get into spoiler territory. And trust me, you'll know when I get into spoiler territory. So be warned. I will give you a warning. And that will be your cue to get the fuck out of this video. Hell, you should just probably wait to see the movie just to see the video in its entirety. But if you just want to see the video anyway, just know that I warned you. Oh yes, I just saw Avengers Endgame, saw it by myself. Unfortunately, I couldn't get him. Everyone had their own dates to see the movie. Tickets were out of this world hard to get by. I managed to get a showing for Friday, or today, which is on a Friday. Some of my friends saw it a day before, some were seeing it a day after. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I saw this by myself, so that's why I'm doing the review by myself. It's weird. You know, lately I've had people, my friends, helping me with my reviews. It's weird doing it by myself all over again, but we'll get through it. Avengers Endgame. This is the be-all, end-all, the end of an era Marvel movie starring Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, Mark Ruffalo, tons of other actors that I cannot think off the top of my head. I'm going so crazy right now. Without spoiling anything, do I recommend you go see this movie? Do I really need to even tell you to go see it? Go see it! If you're a Marvel fan, go see it. If you're not a Marvel fan, catch up with the other movies and then go see this movie. It is such a thrill of a ride. It is one hell of a ride. 3 hours and 2 minutes. But you know what? It was pretty goodly paced. Honestly, it was not that hard to get through this 3-hour movie because it didn't feel like 3 hours. The beautiful thing about this movie is not one single second was wasted. It was not boring. Everything was perfectly paced. The action was good and timed just right. Then we had our emotional parts. We had our thought-provoking moments. It's just overall a well-paced film. It did not feel like 3 hours had passed. You know, it wasn't a boring movie. It really wasn't. I really applaud the Russo brothers for doing that because this is the first Marvel movie to do over 3 hours. It's everyone made their memes about, you know, bathroom breaks and all that fun jazz. But you know, I even had a large popcorn. I bought 3 things of candy, fully prepared to, you know, be starving, have to eat, and then drink. But you know, I didn't have any of that issues. You know, I was well fed with the candy, and even though I was chugging that soda, I didn't have to go to the bathroom at all. I did not have to take a break whatsoever. It's a good movie. Go see it if you. Oh god, there's so much I want to say. So yeah, final break. Go see it. Spoiler talk. Cue spoiler warning. Okay, spoiler warning. You have been warned. I told you a million times. Go see this movie. Before you come and watch this video, you have been warned. So, where do we start off first? Let's start off first with Hulk. The first, oh my god, what the fuck moment was Hulk and Mark Ruffalo. So, for those of you that didn't see Infinity War or saw Infinity War, so we had that moment where Hulk was not in the movie whatsoever, and you know, we were like, everyone was wondering what's gonna happen to the Hulk in this movie. You know, we saw the promo images of what he looked like, and he looked weird. He had that purple suit going on. I'm like, why does he look like that? The reason why he looks like that is because, and I'm trying to explain this the best way I possibly can, Bruce Banner and Hulk are one. So I don't know how he explains this. Somehow he managed to experiment on his body to where he could merge the Hulk's mind and his mind together just to become one entity. So the Hulk and Bruce Banner are one entity. They are not two split personalities. No longer the Jekyll and Hyde type of persona that, you know, the Hulk is known for. And to say it wasn't weird to see Mark Ruffalo's like more human-like face on the Hulk, with a green Hulk body, it was weird. It was fucking weird, but it was hilarious at the same time. That was a big, oh my god, what the fuck moment of the movie. The second big, oh my god, what the fuck moment is so they come up with the plan. The synopsis of the movie is to get the Infinity Stones back from Thanos. But unfortunately, they could not do that in their present time, so they killed Thanos. And then 5 years go by, and holy crap, is that such a time gap. And everyone's suffering from the Thanos snap, and so, but then all of a sudden, Scott Lang shows up with a quantum realm. Everyone was wondering how Scott Lang got a quantum realm. It's kind of a anticlimactic type of situation. A rat just steps on the button in the van, and all this stuff is in storage, and Scott just pops out. And it was kind of anticlimactic. I'm like, you know, there could have been so many better ways for his grand entrance into this what the fuck type of situation that he's in. But we did get a nice little cameo from Kim Jong, I think his name is, the guy from the Asian guy from the Hangover movies. And that was a nice little cameo. But they get the brilliant, Scott gets the brilliant idea to go in time and go and get the Infinity Stones that way so they can reverse all that Thanos did. So that means they had to get everyone back on board with this plan. They didn't manage to get Tony because he already has a family. He married Pepper and had a kid. But that's not the what the fuck moment. The what the fuck moment is when they go to where Thor is. He established a new Asgard on Earth, and I would assume part of Norway. And they see Thor. Oh god, how do I say this without, you know, bothering a lot of fangirls? Thor gets hella fat. Apparently, over the 5 years, Thor just binged on fatty foods and lots of beer, to the point where he really let himself go. Oh god, the amount of laughs that got, the amount of like, oh my god, like, every female in the audience just losing their shit from seeing fat Thor, hashtag fat Thor. God, it was just something. It's like, you see Chris Hemsworth, you know, is a buff dude. To see they just let him go. Oh god. I mean, I was happy to see, you know, he grew back his hair and his beard was a lot thicker. I did like the thicker beard. But oh my god. Fat Thor will never be able to leave my mind ever. I will never be able to get the image of Fat Thor out of my head. They managed to get everyone together and they go back in time. We have like, it's weird seeing like their future selves go into the past. We see like they go back to the time when the Avengers first assembled and they had the battle in New York. They try to get the Tesseract from that moment. They go in Thor Asgard back when they had the ether. They go back to a planet where they had the Power Stone when the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie where Peter tried to, when Peter first got it. They go to Vormir. We'll get to that in a minute. And yeah, they just go, it's just very surreal, you know, and they make all these funny things about, you know, they reference a lot of movies that involve time travel. It's really funny. Oh yeah, also going back to Fat Thor, they made the obvious joke because they made him, I swear to god, the Russo brothers went out of their way to make him look like the dude Lebowski, and they even made a joke about it. But god, it's like, it's uncanny. If I could find an image, I probably can't, so I can't show it, but if someone can find a picture of Fat Thor and put it next to Dude Lebowski, it's uncanny. But I'm no more talking about Fat Thor. Okay, so the next thing is they go to Vormir. Well, actually, guys, before we go back, they actually find Clint. Actually, no, we gotta go further back. God, there's so much to talk about. I'm so befuddled. I can't. We gotta go all the way back to the beginning of the movie. The beginning of the movie starts with Clint and his family explaining where they were in that situation during the Thanos snap, and it happened. What you think is gonna happen actually is what happens. That the snap makes his family go away, and he does not take it easy. To where he disappears, becomes this killer Ronin thing that's in the comics. It's hard to explain because I don't know much about comic Hawkeye, so I don't know about Hawkeye in general. What am I talking about? So they get him, they tell him they have a way to reverse what happened with the Thanos snap. He comes back. And so, as they time travel, Hawkeye and Black Widow go to Vormir, where the Soul Stone was how Thanos got the stone through killing Gamora to get it. It's the same way they have to do it, and so the Red Skull explains the same situation he explained to Thanos. And it's harder because, like, both Black Widow and Hawkeye are both willing to sacrifice each other, even, like, to the point they're fighting over it. To where, in the end, Black Widow sacrifices herself and Hawkeye gets the Soul Stone. And I understand they were trying to make that be the first, like, first moment where you're supposed to feel something for Black Widow sacrificing herself. You're supposed to cry at the moment. But I'm sorry, am I the only one that doesn't care? Sorry, maybe it's just me, but it's like, as far as Black Widow is concerned, I was not emotionally invested in her character from the beginning, and it's like it still wasn't the case. No offense to Scarlett Johansson, she's a great actress sometimes when she's given a good role. I'm sorry, I was just not emotionally invested with Black Widow to the point where her sacrifice was supposed to mean something to me. Especially when you're making it so goofy about, them fighting over who's gonna sacrifice themselves to get the Soul Stone. It was kind of, I feel like that, that emotional feeling that they're trying to make people feel was not worth it. Was not earned. Sorry, that was what I was supposed to say. It was not earned, in my opinion. But then, yeah, they got the Soul Stone. Oh, everyone's sad that, Black Widow's gone. We move on. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get so much hate from Marvel fanboys. It's not even a joke. And also, so at this point, past Thanos, finds out, so some weird reason Nebula's past self has the recording of everything that transpired in the future, and then that's how Thanos finds out. And so Thanos comes to the future to basically do what he wanted to do from the beginning, but then he learns of, how his plans are still not fulfilled because he feels that people remembering what he did prevents his idea of a peaceful universe to exist, and so his idea is just wipe out life entirely and start anew. And of course Avengers are not gonna have it, and so we have the most biggest battle ever. And keep in mind they reversed the snap. Everyone's back, and so we get the entirety of Wakanda with Black Panther and his family. We got Doctor Strange, all the rest of the Guardians, Spider-Man. God, Spider-Man got the biggest standing ovation when he came back. I big Spider-Man fan, so I'm always happy to see him. Our big cinematic climactic end battle, and it was just so beautiful. And towards the end, we have the final battle between Iron Man and Thanos, and it ends with Iron Man basically taking the Infinity Stones into his own gauntlet and pretty much doing the same thing that Thanos did to all of them. The reverse snap. The Iron Man snap. And throughout that entire sequence, and Thanos' army is disappearing, he's disappearing. I think to myself, if Thanos were in that situation as he's disappearing, he'd be like, no. So that's what that feels like as he's disappearing. Am I the only one that thought that? Of course, The victory, even though the victory has its cost, and it's costed Iron Man's life because he could not take the power of the snap that he did. And so we got the true emotionally earned death that is Iron Man. Everyone, going into this movie knew somebody was going to die, whether it be Captain America or Iron Man or somebody. We knew people were going to die towards the end of this movie. I honestly thought it was going to be both Captain America and Iron Man. I made a bet with my girlfriend, and now I lost that bet. Babe, if you're watching this after the fact that you seen this movie, yeah, congratulations, you won the bet. I'm not looking forward to the punishment. Really not. Yeah, Iron Man dies and is given off the best send-off you can ever give a superhero character. And I want DC to take note of this. That's how you fucking do a death of one of your characters. You build up to it in time and you earn that death. You do not fucking do it at the second movie that your character's in. How do you have one that's still, a little still peeved over the death of Superman not being earned? Nah, I don't think it's just me. We had Iron Man die. The end of an era for Robert Downey Jr. And it was definitely right. Robert Downey Jr., you brought life to your character, and we thank you immensely for what you have put into the cinematic universe. But of course, we're not done there. We also have Captain America. Captain America, his job towards the end was to bring back the Infinity Stones back to the timeline so they wouldn't create alternate timelines. But then he comes back, and we see that he has somehow come to the age that he should be. He's an old man now, like he should have been before he got frozen. Apparently, while he returned the stones, he lived his life as he should have before he got frozen in the ice. And no more Captain America. He passed the torch on to Falcon, and now Falcon is Captain America somehow, but still Falcon. I don't know. They're gonna do movies. We're gonna find out. So many emotional moments, so many laughs, so many everything. This movie, it's definitely the end of an era for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and this is the greatest way you can end it all. And yes, I know that there's going to be more movies. I know that Marvel still has their plans, especially now that they acquired Fantastic Four and the X-Men. And they still got there's Spider-Man movie coming out in a few months. They've already planned a sequel for Doctor Strange. Already planned a sequel for Black Panther. They got a lot of plans post Endgame. But I and many others think that it's not going to be the same. And after all this, 10 years of Marvel films had truly come to an end with this movie. And what the future brings for the Marvel Cinematic Universe is anyone's game. But at this point, I don't think it's hard. I don't think anyone's not gonna care. It's Marvel. Everyone's gonna care, but it's not gonna be as emotionally invested anymore as it has been. It's the end. It's truly the end for this era that is Marvel. This Marvel Cinematic Universe. So much has been said. I'm truly satisfied with this movie, and like I said, it's definitely worth a seat in the theater if you can get one. It definitely earns my seal of approval. Go see this movie if you truly want to see the end of an era for Marvel. That's it. That's the end of my review. Go see this movie and enjoy it. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button because my channel grows because of it, and subscribe because, as always, I have many more videos to come like this. I'm Dreamkiller. Nerds, keep on rocking!